Hello everyone, this is Sabrina Truscott from Abundant Entrepreneur, and today we're going to talk about really following our passion and our purpose, and how when you truly love something, when you love a topic or a hobby, or there's just something that you can't stop talking about and you want to think about it and you want to do it and you want to share it, one of the most incredible things you can do is to teach it. Because by teaching it, you get to continue learning about it, you get to continue diving deeper into it, and you get to share it with others. And you get such great joy in seeing that spark being lit in the one you're sharing it with, and that they are now loving what you love and can share that with others. And so I've invited onto the show today my good friend, Karl Moore.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Who is an incredible abundant entrepreneur, and he has this same passion where he loves what he does and he loves teaching it with others so he can dive deeper and deeper into it. And we were just having a conversation right before this video about how that has kept us current in what we're doing, how by teaching we get better and better and better at it, and the joy that we get out of sparking that in others. So could you share with our community what you feel about that and how you've incorporated that teaching style into what you do and taken what you love and put it online?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for me, at least in my business, so I run a couple of publishing companies, I run a property company, all this kind of stuff. I think it's all about kind of identifying your passion and then learning how to build that into something that's profitable. So for me, I always think about that quote by Joseph Campbell, the American mythologist, follow your bliss and doors will open for you which wouldn't open for other people and which wouldn't even be available for other people. So for me, it was all about identifying what I wanted to do. So when I set up my first publishing company, I sort of realized that the areas I was focusing on were all areas that I was passionate about: writing, art, software, computers, personal growth. And for me, 2/3 of the work that I was doing was in personal growth. So I was focusing more and more on that. And I realized, I think I was working in personal growth because I was the one that needed it the most. I was the one that wanted to learn more and to get that information, to simplify it, to share it with my audience. So for me, it was all about figuring out what my real passion was and learning as much as I can and sharing it as much as I can. And you're right, that idea of learning and growing, it means that you're keeping up to date. It means that you don't know everything. I'm not a guru. I really don't know everything at all. I don't have the answers to all the questions that people want to know, but I know a fair bit. And I'm constantly learning and growing and evolving. And so that's what I'm passionate about, that learning, creation, that sort of personal change, that following your bliss. So yeah, I love that.
And we both really love to I like to study a lot of things, even in dance. Yeah. I used to teach a whole lot of dance, and I've studied ballet and modern and hip hop and ballroom and Latin and salsa.
Salsa, yeah.
And social dancing and bring that together into a digestible way that doesn't overwhelm people, and they're able to get that excellent technique in whatever they do. And then of course, again, by teaching I stay current, I stay fit. There's so much benefit to sharing what you love with others. How have you done that online with what you're passionate about?
Well, I sort of specialized in a few key areas of personal growth, and these are really areas I'm passionate about. So the likes of brainwave entrainment or hypnosis or NLP, other areas to kind of move yourself forward. So I tend to just really, I love those areas. I work in them, I meditate, I use hypnosis, I learn and I grow consistently. So it's really just my passion that moves that forward.
And how, if somebody else, if a young child came to you and said, I'm passionate about starting a business online and I think I want it to be in X, how would you tell them to make that transition to something they're passionate about, to getting it online? What's a step they could take?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You're good at this.
That's why I'm in this chair.
Absolutely. Well, I think the first step really is just identifying what it is that you're passionate about. What is it that is uniquely me and that I'm interested in becoming? What would my message be in the absolute ideal world? And, so I'm all about that, finding your truth, letting go of limiting thoughts, finding your true self. I love that. I'm very passionate about it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most honorable journeys that anyone can go on in their lives. And so I think the advice would be to find out what you are truly passionate about and follow that bliss. Another tip would be to stop feeling sorry for yourself. I know it sounds common sense.
No, that's totally true.
It's the kind of thing that your mom tells you, before you start at work. When you're in a bit of a rut, stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Really, my mom just said, "Stop crying, or I'm going to give you something to cry about."
It's a similar thing.
No, it's true.
It is. Well, I read a couple of books on personal growth, and the first chapter... Just a couple, yeah. I did a couple of others on programming, and a couple of others on something else. When I want to teach, I learn, and then I teach. Sorry, when I want to learn, I teach. And that's my process. So I learn it all, I simplify it to books, and I share from there. So Stop Feeling Sorry for Yourself was the opening chapter for 2 books that I wrote on personal growth. Because I'm a big believer in it. So some people get into a situation in life and they say, you know what, I can't move on because of X. They're feeling sorry for themselves. Oh, I didn't go to the right schools. I don't have enough money to start. You know what, I don't have enough knowledge to start that internet business.
Right.
All of those things which are holding them back and stopping them from moving forward. Mm-hmm. And self-pity is an amazing emotion because it's a bit like, it sits in the middle of your soul on an island and eats up every emotion around except itself, leaving you feeling bitter and unempowered and just sad. Yeah. So I think the first step, to enable you to follow your bliss is to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Yeah. I'm huge on that. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and you will be happier, you will be more successful, you will live a much better life. And I love that. Stop feeling sorry.
And if you read about most of the truly successful people, they all came from very challenging situations.
Yeah.
I think it's more rare that someone from a privileged background has success than someone who's truly had to face things. I wasn't raised around any entrepreneurs. I wasn't raised around a lot of abundance. This whole thing about being a business owner, I never heard. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
I only knew that you said when you were a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? And as a child with this little tiny brain, you decide.
Yeah.
And then that's what you end up spending your life doing. Or you go to college and you get a degree and then you work for someone else fulfilling their dream.
Yeah. And that makes you realize, I think, that all of those battle wounds, those scars that you have, as you just said, are actually things which can help you move forward. In having all of those problems and issues and all that terrible background, that can actually be a bonus in helping you succeed. Yeah. So don't consider them to be something that's holding you back. Stop feeling sorry for yourself when it comes to them and just start taking action.
Yeah, that's almost what we have to offer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I had this, you do too. Here's how I got through it. Here's what I did in that situation. Maybe this will help you.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, when I too, such a lover of personal development and positive thinking and things that expand my consciousness and connect me more to the divine, are words and advice from someone else who struggled in a similar way.
Yeah.
And now they're telling me, this is the system I came up with. This is how I dealt with that. Maybe this will work for you too. And I think that's how a lot of us have gone online. And from that authentic place and from that just being genuine and authentic, hey, I'm not perfect. I've got these issues and this is how I'm coping with them and this is how I'm dealing with them. This is how I'm surviving a divorce. This is how I'm raising a child as a single mother. This is how I'm transitioning from one job to another. This is how I'm going from making a whole lot of money to being kind of scared and fulfilling my true purpose and passion. This is how I'm leaving the belief system that I was raised with to choose this other thing that feels more authentic to me. That's how we bond with each other and support each other in this unity of consciousness that we are. Is like, I am you and you are me. And whatever we can do and say to each other that says, thank you for sharing with me your experience, because from that I am better. And then from sharing it, you are better. And I think that's why we have this love for teaching and sharing, because in that it catapults us. The privilege of teaching, the privilege of making a product and course that helps people, that is just so fulfilling. When I hear from our clients and customers, that course you made, that Qigong course, I couldn't put on my shoes. I could not bend over. I can now put on my shoes.
Yeah.
Like when you get that kind of feedback from your customers, you're like, it's all worth it. My husband's back injury had value because of how it's helped so many people from your struggles that you went through and your love for personal development for yourself. You've helped so many people get that focus, get that clarity, get that calmness, and be able to more live the life that they want to live.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting thinking about it and talking to you about it. It's such a fun thing to be online. It's scary, and you can't be self-conscious, but it's so rewarding.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I receive messages like that as well. And when you do, they totally change your day. You know, they really open you up to, wow, what I'm doing here actually has a real difference. So I'm here in Las Vegas right now, and I met someone just the other day who said, oh yeah, I use Zen 12. My wife and I listen to you in our ears every morning. Yeah. I was like, oh well, yeah, people do actually use this stuff, you know. It makes a difference. Yeah. People are actually being changed by it, and it's phenomenal. And the other thing is, as well, is you were talking about getting things in order and becoming online. You don't have to be perfect in order to do it. You know, you don't have to know everything in order to take that first step. We're all flawed. We've all got our own little problems and all of our own baggage, and nothing's ever going to be perfect. And you're going to always die with a to-do list. I love that quote. You're going to die with a to-do list. Someone told me that once. It stuck with me forever. You'll die with a to-do list. So don't worry about ticking all the boxes and getting it all just spot on. Try with what you've got right now. And you know what? You'll sort the little bits, the errors, the issues out later. Yeah. Start now, worry tomorrow. Wow. I love that. I love it.
Oh wow, this is so incredible spending this time with you.
Oh no, it's good
fun.
fun.
Karl mentioned Zen 12. That's a meditation course that he created where in 12 minutes you incorporated brainwave entrainment.
Yes.
With some type of beautiful music.
Precisely, yeah. And there's a little narrated version where I sort of speak into someone's ears and try to get them to relax.
And you have such a great voice.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah, I have a guided meditation for complete muscle relaxation.
Yes.
And I suggest that people do it before bed when they can't sleep.
Yeah.
And I have these emails coming in going, I go to bed with you every night. I'm like,
I know. It's brilliant. People use it. People listen to it. You actually make differences to people's lives.
And you feel so close to them, and they feel so close to you. It's an amazing the connection that you can have with people over the internet, because you can reach so many more people than you can reach in any other type of business.
The leverage is fantastic. The fact that I can send out an email where, you know, I might be feeling, I might have had an insight one day, you know, a little mini epiphany. I'm all about these little pep talks, you know, trying to just change people's day with a few ideas or words. And so I might be traveling around, just like I was last week, and I had a little bit of thought, a reflection on life. And I decided to jot out an email and send it out. And so within the course of, 15 minutes, it was out to 500,000 people's mailboxes. And that makes a difference. Yeah. And, you know, I was having the thought the other day, I was attending a friend's birthday party, and he was playing a song all about love. And he was telling me, he said, you know, how many times people say I love you? It really makes a difference to me when a friend says it. And I thought, that's true. And I read an email called I love you. And you know, there were no sales links, there was no hidden message. It was just all about this song and what it meant, and just saying I love you. You know, it makes a difference. And I just want you to know that I care for you. And, you know, hit reply and I'll chat to you, or if it can help you with anything, let me know. And it had such a huge response because it was going out to all these people, and some people just don't hear it that often. And it was so nice and moving to hear it. And people spoke to me on Twitter, and they replied to the email. I got back to them. It just made a difference, and you can really leverage the difference you make in the world by using the internet. You can still be personal and lovely and all of those things that you actually are, but the internet makes it so much easier. And no matter what you're going through, I mean, I love the fact that you just said, you know, you might be going through a divorce. And sharing that concept, you know, those difficulties, those struggles that you've got, you might think, I'm not in the perfect place, but you might be able to produce a course which describes how to get through it, or it shows you how to become, you know, achieve the best outcome. I love that. Whatever you're going through, other people are going through it too. No matter how imperfect you are, other people are still looking to achieve your level of perfection. You're a teacher. It's within you. You've just got to share it. And the internet's a brilliant mode, a method of doing that.
That's right.
Love it.
Love it. And you know what? I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Perfect.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time.
You bet. Thank you.
And for sharing your heart. Your heart and your wisdom and your success, and for inspiring you the abundant entrepreneur, or maybe you're already an abundant entrepreneur but want to take it further, or maybe you're transitioning into another phase of it. And I hope that this video has inspired you to do that and ignited that passion within you. So until next time.